We're very fortunate today to be interviewing Dr. Xiaoying Fu. She formerly worked at the ANZ and also at ATED and is a director of Kiwa Digital. Xiaoying, when did you come to New Zealand?
I came to New Zealand in 1996.
Where from?
I came from the United Kingdom actually, but I left China in 1990. I went to United Kingdom, did my PhD study first, and then came to New Zealand.
So now, are you a resident here? Are you permanent resident citizen?
Oh, I'm a citizen.
You're
I call myself a New Zealand.
Fantastic, that's excellent. So tell me, in terms of the flag referendum, which is coming up on the 3rd of March, you know, what does it mean to you as a citizen to vote or not to vote?
Oh, I think it's very important to vote. Of course, it's a flag, and it's very important to any people living here. And so, yeah, I think we should definitely go and vote.
And yet, a lot of migrants don't vote, you know. And why don't they vote, Sean?
I think there are many, reasons. The first thing, from mainland China, I think lots of people used to the central control. So, they don't really have the concept of trying to access your own rights. And that is something needs to be educated for people, coming from mainland to express their own voice and not influenced by anyone else. That is very important.
Do we need to educate migrants more about our system and how to vote?
I definitely think so. I definitely think so. I think that a lot of people, well, from my background, it took me years trying to say, actually, I can voice my opinion and I can have that freedom. Doesn't matter, there is no right or wrong. It's just your own opinion. And that is a slightly different culture background. And that's, of course, a lot of Chinese are not used to do that.
So how many election cycles do you think it takes before a Chinese immigrant says, actually now I understand enough and I'm going to vote?
It's a very tough question.
Do you think it takes 4 election cycles?
I just go back looking at myself. I think it's because of I worked for NZ and also I worked for the local government.
Yes. And
that actually gave me a quite different perspective to say actually voting is very important. I'm just thinking about if I'm just a person, working either by myself or just as a technical person, sometimes probably hard to see the point. So I think the cycle probably at least after 2. I think the first, and we remember we have very short, it's only 3 years. Yeah. So 2 is only 6 years. People settle here, 6 years actually is a very short period of time. So I was thinking people after 10 years probably have to be more getting used to our very well settled, I would say the word.
So I think the key thing is to explain to them that voting is relevant to them. Otherwise they say, well, why should I bother?
Especially if they want to make a change. I think so. Either make a change or keep it. Whatever decision they want.
That's right. Well, this is not about what to vote, it's just about the fact that they should do it. What do you think we need to do to help migrants understand that actually voting is very important?
I personally think is for me, if convincing me to vote, I think of course the system needs to be simple. No one wants to make a vote when the system is too complicated. And the second one, and when I say the system is simple, and also the language, and also they have to have the feeling it's relevant to them. So that's coming back to what do you want to see the flag to reflect on what. I think it's if people get a better understanding, and I think for the Chinese, what I felt like me and lots of students who are educated here have a very strong attachment to New Zealand. And these people probably will be easier. While for some new migrants, they just coming over here, probably sometimes it'll be hard to say, you better come and vote. They probably didn't see the point right now.
Understood. So do migrants have a particular view about the flag? Do they? I don't know. Do you think they do?
I can't speak for the
Can't
migrants,
speak for
right?
me.
But I can speak for myself. Yeah, I think I asked myself what the flag really mean to me. First, I want to have an identity. I do have a view that the flag probably a little bit confusing with some other countries. And also, I also want to say, what the meaning of the flag to me. I do felt the world has moved on, and we are part of the whole world. Instead of a small community, smaller community. So I can only see my personal view. I can tell the whole migrants view.
No, absolutely. And of course, later this year we have local government elections.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And same issue there. Migrants don't vote much in local government elections.
No. It's just, I just felt they don't understand the political system.
Do you think it's just language? English is a second language?
That's part, but that's definitely part.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
the political system.
Political system are different, and they have such a force of habit. It's not, participating, or in some countries, just a rubber stamp, the voting. So they just don't care, right? And also I have to thinking, lots of Chinese more cares about, doing their own business instead of, pay too much attention to the political system. But actually they forgot, actually political system is quite important too, the legislation set up, it all has to be passed by the political different parties, and that will have an impact to their business. I think it's just, sometimes I think for people from a different background, sometimes felt, oh, it doesn't matter what I do or not, that won't make difference. But actually here, you can make a difference. And if you want to do the change.
Thank you very much, Xiaoying.
Thank you.